Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're practicing with me again. Today's class is a special Winter Solstice edition and it's part of the Refresh and Restore series of classes. A class to align with winter's energy. So ideal if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and the winter solstice, which occurs on the 21st of December this year. So it's a great practice for that time, but also a great practice if you're looking for a more introspective and peaceful flow. It includes a meditation, a gentle restorative flow, and a guided Yoga Nidra. If you'd like to practice with props, I'd recommend a yoga belt or strap and a folded blanket. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this class. Namaste. And we'll begin practice together today, reclined in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. If you're familiar with this posture and your hips feel comfortable and open in this shape, just rest back, press the soles of your feet together. Invite your knees to open out wide. If you'd like to offer your hips some additional support in this shape, you can roll a blanket into the shape of a sausage, and then place the rolled blanket over the arches of your feet. Wrap the ends of the blanket around to the side of your upper thighs. So as you recline back, holding onto the ends of the blanket, and now your outer hips can feel padded. Wriggle out any restlessness, feel for balance across your shoulders and your hips. And when you're ready, gently closing down your eyes and invite yourself to become still. Letting your awareness settle on the natural movement of your breath. Using your breath as an entry point to arrive into your practice, to bring the mind and body into the present moment. The winter solstice marks the shortest day and the longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. It's believed that during this time the Earth's energy is at its lowest point and there's a natural inclination to turn inward. In the tradition of yoga, it's a pivotal and auspicious time for self-reflection, introspection, rest, and renewal. To slow down and conserve energy. A time to honour all that you've cultivated in this past year, to reflect on the lessons learned, and consider where you can bring more stillness and clarity into your life. And we'll begin here by cultivating the conditions for peace, stillness and calm by practicing with the mantra So Hum. So Hum roughly translates as I am that, and that in this case refers to the universe, suggesting that you are naturally part of and connected to all that exists in the world. This mantra reflects the concept of oneness and the interconnectedness of all things. It reflects the cyclical nature of breath and life. And by repeating this mantra in time with your breath, allows you to shift your awareness away from your immediate experiences, from all that may feel busy and rushed right now, and toward the universal energy that supports you, to the silence and space that naturally exists within you, so you can embrace the winter energy of nourishment from the world around you. The mantra is paired with your breath. So is repeated with the rising, expanding energy of the inhale, and hum is repeated with the feeling and releasing of the exhale. Start to notice your breath as it moves through your body, and just noticing how your breath is for you right now, Inherent in your breath's rhythm is how you feel in general. So just take a moment to check in with yourself. And when you're ready, as you inhale, internally say the word so. As you exhale, the word hum. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Noticing how this mantra naturally links with your breathing, gently encouraging you to breathe slow, feeling your breath move in and through your body, sensing your breath releasing into the atmosphere around you. Inhaling so, exhaling hum, listening for the sound of the mantra as it rides your breath. I'll leave you for the next minute or so to continue with this practice. And just as you're ready, letting go of the mantra, letting your breath naturally flow, notice how you feel now. And this practice is always available to you now, in this practice, if your mind wanders, and as you move through your days. Slowly closing your knees in toward one another, bring your knees in toward your chest, and draw some circles through your low back spine. And from here we'll transition into a side body stretch, making the shape of a banana. Extend your legs out straight, legs on the floor, and then lift and shift your hips to the right. Walk your feet toward the left corner of your mat. An option here to cross the right ankle over your left, then shift your upper body to the left as well. You can reach your arms overhead or take a soft cactus shape with your arms. Left hand to your right wrist is an option too. And sense your breath opening into the whole right side of your body, creating more length, more space to breathe a deeper breath. Then coming back through center and switch. Shuffle your feet over to the right, left ankle can cross over your right, your upper body bending in the same direction. Following the gentle rise, easy fall of your breath. Give yourself this time to breathe slow and mindfully. One more breath in and release. Return to center, gather your knees in toward your chest, reset. And then place your feet to the floor, knees bent, and then step your feet wide to the side edges of your mat. Open your arms into that loose cactus shape. And then with your knees bent, wipe your knees over to the left. And then up and over to your right. Windshield wipering your knees side to side. Letting your knees sway gently, loosening the muscles that surround and support your spine. Just flushing your hips with some gentle movement. Next time your knees fall over to the right, pause and hold there in a twist. Option to hook your right ankle to the top of your left thigh, adding a little bit more weight to the stretch. And rolling on the back of your head, sending the gaze to your left. Returning to the mantra, so hum, anytime you find your mind wanders, so that inner auditory sound feels soothing and keeps you present to each inhale and the exhales that follow. Then coming back through center, sway the knees up and over to your left. Option to hook your left ankle on top of your right thigh. It's breathing slow into the belly, into the ribs and chest. Exhale long, feeling your upper body relaxed and anchored. Release and returning to center, catch your knees in toward your chest. We're going to move into Supta Padangusthasana, reclined big toe pose. Hug your right knee in toward your chest, left foot to the floor. And if you have a belt, you can loop it around the balls of your right toes. And we'll all extend right heel up toward the ceiling. If you're not using a belt, interlace your hands anywhere behind the back of your right leg at a height that allows you to rest and surrender your upper body into the mat below without flattening the curve of your lower back. Taking 5 slow breath cycles. Maintaining a relaxed attention to your breath. Perhaps the internal sound of the mantra to keep you present. And guiding your right leg out to the right now. Just exploring your own range of motion here. Lengthening into the inner seam of your right leg, not too far, not too deep. Just aiming to keep your left buttocks grounded, your hips level. And return to center. Motioning your right leg to your left now. Legs can form an L shape. And you're welcome to roll all the way over onto the left hip, left pinky toe side of your foot. And then return back through center, switching sides. Left knee hugs in, right foot to the floor. And then extending your left leg up toward the ceiling. 5 breaths. And the left leg out to the left. Try and kick out through your left heel, relaxing your outer left buttocks. Moving back through center over to your right. And then back through center and release. Gather your knees in toward your chest and split the knees wide into the number 11. Make our way into happy baby pose. Catch the outer edges of your feet or the back of your knees. Draw the knees down in the direction of your armpits. Breathing intentionally, feeling the full length of your spine and head supported. Easing into your hips without any over effort. One more breath in. And exhale, release. Rolling out to the side now. Make your way into a kneeling position at the back of your mat. And if kneeling doesn't favour your knees, stand high on your shins. We'll flow together through a modified sun salute from here, so we won't be kneeling too long. Just resting your hands to prayer at your heart center. On your inhale, raise your hips, sweep your arms overhead, send your gaze up. Exhale, lower your hands to your mat and come to all fours. On your inhale, gently arch your spine into cow pose. Exhale and round your spine into cat. Twice more, letting your breath overlap your movement. And on your inhale, return to neutral spine, flat back. Step out to plank pose. Greet your shape with a breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog with a deep bend in your knees. We're just here for a beat. On your inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, lower your knees to the floor. And then return to child's pose, buttocks to your heels. Take a smooth breath in as you arrive, and a calm breath out. One more round through, breath to movement. Walk the hands back in. On your inhale, stand on your shins, raise your hips over the knees, arms overhead. And then hands to the floor, all fours. Inhale, arch your spine, soften your belly. Round your spine with your exhale. Push the floor away. Twice more, arching on the inhale. Round and cool on your exhale. Breathing in together. And breathing out. Next inhale, pause, flat back. Exhale, step out, plank pose. Inhale in plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog with a bend in your knees. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, lower your knees to the floor. Exhale, child's pose, balasana, buttocks to your heels. Take a full cycle of breath in. Stay for your breath out. Grow out long through your arms now. Extend and reach to the edge of your fingers. And then take the next few breaths to return to downward facing dog. And we're here to pause, soften your gaze. And take any movements that feel natural for you here, keeping the quality and consistency of your inhales and your exhales. And transitioning now into right side pigeon pose. Place your right knee to the back of your right hand. Extend your left leg straight back. And of course, any variation, modification of this to suit and serve you here. Accommodate your knees if you need to, and reclined. Figure 4 variation if that feels best for a similar hip opener. Just pausing here, about 8 to 10 breaths. Coming back to the rhythm, repetition of your breath or mantra. So on your inhale, hum as you exhale. Relaxing across the back of your shoulders, softening your jaw and your mouth. Then take the next few breaths to ease your way back up. Press back to your downward facing dog. Pedal and stretch, breathe some space into the back of your right knee. And then as you're ready, left side pigeon pose. Try and place yourself on purpose, encouraging yourself to move intentionally. And settle in, soak in your breath, sensing your breath flowing in across the dome of your back, flowing out into your belly. Gentle jaw and relaxed around the back of your neck and your shoulders. Last few breaths here. Moving back into your downward facing dog. Stretch out through the back of your legs, pedal your heels. And for the next sequence, you might like to have some support for your knees in half frog pose. For this posture, lay your blanket over the center of your mat so it spills out either side of your mat. And you're able to rest your knee out to the side and on some support. Taking the knees to the floor. And when you're ready, come down to lay on your belly. Then just bend your right knee out to the side at a right angle at the height of your hip. And then the knee can rest on the blanket or a cushion for some support. Once you're situated, take your arms into a gentle cactus shape and then turn and rest your right cheek to the mat away from your knee. And resting the weight of your front body into the mat, letting go of any clenching in the buttocks. Softening through your inner right groin. And just inviting your breath to flow naturally. And then we'll switch sides. Slip the right leg back behind you and take the left leg out to the side. Bend your knee. And then turn your head and rest on your left cheek. If it doesn't feel comfortable for your neck, you can make a pillow with your hands. And keep your neck quite neutral. Feeling the blanket of gravity releasing you down into the floor. Your breath easy and calm. On your next breath, release, take the gaze forward, lengthen your left leg back, and now reach your right arm out at shoulder height. So your arms straight, palm face down, tent the left fingers, bend the left knee, and roll onto your right hip. And you can get the legs stacked or stepping your left foot behind you, and then let your head rest toward the floor. Breathing into the whole front line of your chest, your arm. One more breath in. And then roll onto your belly, switch. Use your right hand now to roll yourself onto your left side body. Right foot steps behind or stack the legs. Relax your head down. One more breath in and out. And then return to your belly, press back to a child's pose, knees wide so your chest can fall between your thighs. Arms can relax, just creating a quiet shell of tranquility and peace. And we're going to move now into a guided Yoga Nidra. Gather any additional layers or props you may wish to have with you, and then make your way into a relaxed and supported posture on your back. And as you make yourself comfortable, consider supporting your head with a folded blanket or a cushion. And you also might like to explore some padding under the knees to allow your low back to rest easy. Rest your arms alongside your body, palms up, and take the heels a little wider than your hips. And if laying down on your back isn't restful, make yourself comfortable in any way that feels best. Go ahead, close your eyes and make any final adjustments so you can settle into a place of stillness. And in this stillness, take a moment of gratitude to honor the practice of yoga for offering you a pathway to restore your body and mind, find peace. Winter is your time to sync up with the natural stilling of the outer world. And give yourself this time to simply practice being present. Your mind needs solitude in order to digest all the experiences. This is your time to recharge. As we approach the winter solstice, the longest night of the year, we embrace the darkness, but also welcome the return of light. The gradual lengthening of days after the solstice allows us to look ahead with renewed vitality. During this practice, we'll journey inward to connect with the stillness and potential for renewal that this time offers. This is a time for releasing what no longer serves us and planting the seeds of intention for the coming year. Take a moment now to set an intention, a sankalpa for this practice. Thinking about what you'd like to cultivate in your life during this season of introspection as we move into the light half of the year. Formulate a positive statement in the present tense, such as, I am peaceful and at ease, or I am open to new beginnings. Allow this intention to be clear in your mind, saying it to yourself 3 times, as if it were already happening. Bringing your awareness to your physical body. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Feel its strength, its solidity, its unconditional support, holding the full weight of your body and anything else you might be carrying. As you inhale, imagine the earth rising up to hold you. As you exhale, feeling gravity grounding you. And accept that invitation to release down into the earth. Become aware of your breath and notice where you feel it moving. Notice the natural rhythm of your inhales and your exhales. With each breath, imagine drawing in, revitalizing energy, and then releasing any stagnant energy with your exhales. Inviting your breath to become smooth and effortless. Begin to count your breaths backward from 20 to 0 now. Inhale 20, exhale 20. Inhale 19, exhale 19. Continue on. If you miss a number, simply return to 20, start over. Break away from counting your breath. And now we begin the rotation of consciousness, directing your awareness to different parts of your body as they're named. As I mention each body part, simply bring your awareness to that area without moving it physically. Bringing your awareness to the pit of your throat. Right shoulder, right elbow, wrist, right pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, right thumb, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, pit of the throat, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left pinky finger, left ring finger, middle finger, index finger, left thumb, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, pit of your throat, center of your chest, right side chest, left side chest, center of the chest, navel center, base of your spine, right hip, middle of the right thigh, right knee, middle of the right calf, right ankle, right little toe, right fourth toe, third, second, right big toe, right ankle, middle of the right calf, right knee, middle of the right thigh, your right hip, base of your spine, left hip, middle of the left thigh, left knee, middle of the left calf, left ankle, left little toe, fourth toe, third, second, left big toe, left ankle, middle of the left calf, left knee, middle of the left thigh, left hip, base of the spine, navel center, center of your chest, right side chest, left side chest, center of your chest, base of your throat, third eye center between the eyebrows in toward the center of your head. Now imagine yourself surrounded by a soft, radiant light that represents the returning sun's energy. Feel its warmth and brightness surrounding you. Bringing a sense of renewal, return to light. In this stillness, reflect on the past year, acknowledge the challenges you face, the lessons learned, expressing your gratitude for all that's unfolded in your life. Recall now your sankalpa, your intention, welcoming in the light, repeating it to yourself 3 times. And just take a final moment to express gratitude for the darkness that has allowed for reflection and rest during this season. Slowly now begin to deepen your breath. Bringing gentle movements back into your body, wriggling your fingers, your toes. Rolling out to your right side. And just pause there, take a few breaths. And then gently coming to sit upright. And may you carry this sense of renewal with you as you move through the rest of your winter. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.